Hi everybody, welcome back to Planet Arizona Comics, where the temperature's hot and the comics are hotter. And yes, we are hot. We are now about 105 degrees, which, believe it or not, is not terrible. But where are we? We're like June 5th, so July, August, September, October. 4 months to go, people, before it starts getting cooler. So yeehaw is the thick of it now. Coming to you live tonight from, let's see if I can get you, the green room. This was Matt's first bedroom. Little bit of information. We have 4 bedrooms, and Matt occupies about 3 of them. This is kind of deserted right now. We don't have too much going on in here. We might be turning it into a music studio for Matt. Matt is a budding musician and is currently out at a bar jamming, because that's what all 16-year-olds do, go to bars and jam. But could be in here for the time being, as my wife is a teacher and Matt, of course, is a student, and it's summertime, and the good thing is they're both off at once, and the bad thing is they're both kind of off at once, and I really don't have much space to do a video, so I might be taking up shop in here for the time being. But anyway, I got a couple weeks worth of mail calls. I have a couple of weeks worth of new books, and I have a couple of IO4 books that I think you should be keeping an eye out for. So let's get into it. Gonna start with the mail calls. And first up is Thanos Rising #1. This is a Scotty Young baby variant. Matt, one of Matt's first collecting goals was he loved the Scotty Young baby variants going back to like 2014, 2015. So whenever I see a baby variant come up on eBay for a good price, I snag them, and this was a good price, and he was happy to get that. I got the little death head and the little balloony thing, little baby Thanos on the little baby throne. Kind of cool. My first purchase from Mile High Comics is Siege Storming Asgard Heroes and Villains #1. I guess this is a thing now. Speculation is that, being that this is the first appearance of Lady Loki, like Loki, what does he do? He kind of takes over the body of Lady Sif. I'm kind of looking at my Sith figures here. And there's speculation that somewhere in the Loki Disney Plus series he could become a woman at some point, that this is now went from dollar bin to like $20 to $30. So it was on there at Mile High Comics for like $7, so why not take a stab at it? Speaking of Disney Plus and spec, with the Obi-Wan series upcoming, this is a 125 variant for Obi-Wan and Anakin, and these are super cheap at the moment. I got these both for $5 each. Again, don't know what, with the upcoming series, you never know what might pop, what might not, so for $5, why not? Speaking of popping, this kind of popped a few weeks back. It was kind of higher back then. This is Secret Wars Secret Love #1. I don't know if there's any spec involved with this, but this appears to be a cool homage to those 1950s romance books. And like I said, it popped a few weeks ago. Prices have cooled down, and kind of buying as it's on the downward slide. Cool cover. Again, why not? All right, let's get into some IO4 books. These are some books I think you should keep an eye out for. I am so sick of Marvel spec. I've got all DC stuff for you. So, DC fans, get ready. First up, Sandman #13. This is the first appearance of Joanna Constantine. This is the great-grandmother or great-great-grandmother of John Constantine. We all know the big books in this series are #1, of course. #4, the first appearance of Lucifer, who's had his own Fox TV show. Number 8, the first appearance of Death. In fact, that book's starting to pop too. She's been cast in the new Sandman series, as has Mrs. Joanna Constantine. First appeared in this issue, number 13. There are some other minor keys in the run, and kind of like not the rest of the series can be found in bins, but a lot of the series goes overlooked. And if you can keep an eye out for this is being listed at $50. I don't think it's going for that much, but it's definitely on the uptick. So something you should keep an eye out for. Next up, Justice League Europe number 33. This is the first appearance of Sonic the Hedgehog in comics. It's part of one of those little 8-page previews that are popular from time to time. With all the 80s and 90s nostalgia that's going on, Sonic's had his own long-running series. Why not pick up the first appearance in comics if you can find it? It's still relatively cheap. Not relatively cheap. It is pretty cheap. It's like $5-10. So something to keep an eye out for. And the last couple of books, I don't even know how to describe this, but this is kind of becoming a thing too, kind of like that Lady Loki. This is Infinity Inc. number 16 and number 17. This is some early Todd McFarlane work. He worked for DC before breaking into Marvel with Incredible Hulk and those amazing Spider-Man runs. This is kind of being described as Spawn prototype. No, I guess this is just collectors who have it, kind of see the kind of resemblance in the cape and blah, blah, blah. And I guess trying to pump up books that they have, but a lot like Sandman, a lot like Justice League Europe. I know these are sitting around in back issue bins, so something to keep an eye out for if you can. All right, let's get into new books from the last couple weeks. Let's start with 2 weeks ago, we had X-Men number 20. This was amazing. This was fantastic. Why did it take us 20 issues to get this issue? This is kind of like the continuation of that House of X storyline where they go to that space station that's hovering around Mercury, where they're making master molds and Nimrod's being made, and just fantastic. Now that the Hickman run is coming to an end, now it took 20 issues to get this. Again, amazing. So if you jumped off, this is a good jumping back on point, because this was, like I said, this was great. Department of Truth number 9, killer cover. Spawn number 318. This is the first, or like the preview or the beginning of the Spawnverse, all those different titles that are coming up. Something is Killing the Children number 16. I believe this is my first, no, this is my second issue of this series. I got the blank to number 11. And Miles Morales' 26th Clone Saga. This is a cool, fun issue. Miles and Spider-Man taking on the killer clones. So going back 2 weeks ago, quite a disparity, or should I say three Wednesdays by now, I should say. Quite a disparity in the number of books that I just showed and the number of books I got from that week. Let me get you up here. I'm going to start with the indies, because this was a killer week for indies. Starting with The Antisocial Network Red Room by Ed Piskor. And wow, all I can say is it reminds me how long it's been since I was a teenager and liked this kind of brutal artwork and brutal storyline. And ooh, that was something. Stray Dogs number 4. I am so worried for these little pups. Radiant Black number 4, definitely better than number 3 was, but definitely a lot of parallels with the story the guy, the character was writing in this issue. So really great, really good series. Many Deaths of Layla Starr number 2 by Ram V. I always pump him up because I'm liking his work. The Recount number 4, not quite as brutal as Red Room. I don't know really what is as brutal as Red Room, but Really gritty, gory series. Sea of Sorrows #5. Minky Woodcock, The Girl Who Electrified Tesla #2. Getting into the mainstream books. We got Batman Fortnite 0 Point #3. Just wow. Batman Snake Eyes by Jim Lee. This could be an all-time cover. 2 properties you don't normally see combined. Could be. Catwoman #31, another great Rom V story. Another nice Jenny Frison cover with Ivy and Catwoman. Joker #2, second print. Cool Vengeance cover, Vengeance being the daughter of Bane. Nightwing #80, the first full appearance of Heartless. Daredevil #30, cool Elektra's Daredevil cover. And then we got Star Wars The High Republic #1, the 5th printing. And Star Wars The High Republic #2, the 4th printing. And Star Wars The High Republic #3, 3rd printing. Kind of interesting with the monotone covers and the way the lightsabers pop against the cover, but just seems kind of lazy, especially this one. You just, why even bother? Do something different. Captain America #29. Amazing Spider-Man #66. And I think finally Justice League #61. I'm going to start picking this series up. We got Bendis doing it. We got Bendis bringing in Naomi. So I'm going to start picking that up regularly. All right, that's what I got for you guys this week. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you're picking up. Let me know what you think I should be picking up. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time.